Hey folks, welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. It's been a little while since I played this, probably about 3 or 4 days, or 3 days. And yeah, I'm just going to have to take a little bit of time getting back into this. Just a general channel update. I've actually I've got some interesting stuff going on in the background at the moment that I can't really talk about, but yeah, it's kind of slowed me down with my own video output. Don't worry, I'm not abandoning the channel. I'm just at the moment, kind of putting up 5 videos a day is not so easy for me with work and a few other things going on. So yeah, the videos might slow down a little bit, but I'll endeavour to keep everything going as much as I can. I'm really enjoying this series, by the way. This has just been really good fun. It's been several years since I played this game, and every time I come back to it, it's just so good. Okay, where were we in this one? I think I'm going to start by just checking out what's going on with all of our provinces. Yeah, these look mostly okay. Okay, we took Tyrambe here. Now, I think this is one... That's right. So, the national ethnicity is Hellenic. However, it's 100% nomadic at the moment. So, I was intending to give this one back to the Alani, I think. Now... Let's set something to be built anyway. We'll get some food buildings up here because... Yeah, we can't even do that. We need to get growth in first. Okay, we'll build on this, but I'm going to try to see what we can do about maybe giving that back to the Alani, because they're going to come for it, I think. It's actually part of Alania, the province itself. And yeah, we're building this here. I think we were about ready to roll on the turn by the looks of it. Let me just check my pirate ships. Okay, yeah, these guys. Oh, they haven't got a. Okay, let's put Vasio in charge here. He's got a movement penalty. That's not great. However, that's not going to be so much of a big problem in boats. So let's get these guys back to their port, and they need to heal up. I think the rest of what we need to do is about right. Yeah, these guys were moving in here. Oh, are we assaulting the walls already? I don't think that's what I want to do. There we go. Okay. Let's roll on the turn. Okay, let's see what's going on. Ah, looks like Bosphorus actually caught one of our fleets, one of our boat forces. So yeah, we're going to lose this. These are just transport ships. Okay, these are just war chariots, armoured hoplites. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, so these are the armoured hoplites I built. Wow, that is really loud in my ears. Just bear with me, folks. Gosh, that's a loud sound effect. Okay, so, yeah, we actually lost a force here. Okay, we did manage to kill a ship. So that will teach us not to send unescorted ships, unescorted troops across. Now, I was warned about this in the comments, by the way, but I didn't listen, and this is what happens. Okay, so we are still going down in the culture and decadence ranking. Now, we are dangerously close to the bottom third. It would be quite easy to drop down there. So we need to do something about that pretty fast. Let's just see what this says here. Pontus was raided by Alani and the invaders managed to plunder some towns. Okay. So we've got a Bosphorus fleet here. I think, are they actually... Are they blockading our ports, I wonder? The light warships. I wonder if we can get... Okay, we've not got a harbour here. We've got a harbour here, though. Oh, no, there's no adequate harbour here either. Okay, so... We might have to... I wonder if we could attack them with our pirate ships. Now, this is a large fleet. So they've got pirate ships themselves. That's what they raided us with, by the looks of it. Okay. Let's bring an end to this war with Bosphorus. Now, this is saying the siege is going to last a long time. They've got a total combat power of 19, by the looks of it. And we are 82. I wonder if we can assault the walls. Now, veterans of this game... We'll be recoiling in horror hearing that. It is quite difficult to do, particularly with low-level troops like this. It's really not easy. And yeah, here's what I think we're going to do. I think what we're going to do is we're going to besiege them. We're going to besiege their main place here. Now, I'm not sure actually which is their... This is the objective. there any way of telling it? Oh, yeah, it says it's the objective, but is there any way of telling if it's the capital or not? Yeah, this is the main capital of Bosporus. There we go. Okay, so it's this little icon here. I think we're going to go and besiege their capital instead, and we'll see if we can siege them out. Now that will hopefully force them to move away from here. That's an interesting little move that they've made. Okay, we've got a regional decision, bolster colony. That's actually quite a good decision. But while we're at war like this, we probably should. No, I don't think they're going to be able to get anyone over to us in order to be able to fight us. Are Scythia at war with Bosphorus? No, they are not. They're at war with Sarmatia and the Alani. It's interesting. Okay. What do they think of us? They're wary of us. They're minus 27. Okay. Ah, and that's because they've actually got objectives, look, that we own. So, yeah. Which one is this one again? Tenatius. Which one is that? Like, they've got Olbia, which is one of our provinces. One's Tenatius. Oh, maybe we don't have that one. Okay. No, it's saying that it definitely says that they have one of the objectives that we. This is Scythia. Tanatis. Which one is that? I wonder if there's a way. If there's a search function. Probably look in the ledger. So there we are. Tenatius. There we go. Just double click on that. Ah, it's this one here. Okay, so Scythia want this one. Okay, they've actually got an objective to take this as well. So we're going to be at war with them at some point. Yeah, we've overextended a little bit, but I don't mind. This is just me showing off Field of Glory, and I hope I made this clear before you all started investing in this series that I was not going to be playing particularly optimally. I've never claimed to be a particularly good player at this. I know how to play, but it's been a while. What should we get up here in Chalybia? Got growth coming in 3 turns. Could actually move some more people, I think, into I think we're going to get some more into culture, just so we drop out to the decadence rankings, and we'll put some more into building some infrastructure. What do we want though? When I say infrastructure, I meant just general buildings, but specifically infrastructure might be good, so we can get some more literal infrastructure production up here. We've also got the opportunity to build up fishery. And we've got food and health. We've already got plenty of food, to be honest. And we're already building cattle. We're already producing cattle. Let's go with the brickwork, I think. So that's going to give us a small infrastructure boost. Yeah, you get a missing bonus of 5 from stone. So if we had access to stone, that would be good. Let's see if we can build something that would import it in. By the way, because the differences between bonus income. Let me just show you this, right? So you will not import in a bonus resource, okay? So if we need, for example, we need stone in order to get the extra 5 infrastructure here to work with brickwork. You will not import this in as a bonus, okay? What you have to do is you have to build in something that requires stone, not as a bonus, but as a requirement for it to run, so that you have to trade to bring it in, and then it will become available for you to use as a bonus in provinces that are within trading range. Does that make sense? I think this was the main problem that this was the main area of confusion that people got with this game, and why I still see people saying, oh, it's really, the game sucks because the sorry, I'm being hyperbolic, but the game sucks because the trade system was too complicated. And I don't think it's complicated at all. I think that, especially if you read the manual, it lays out what's going on, right? It's really not that difficult, but it's not intuitive, okay? That is something you have to read the rules to figure that out. And I believe in the new game that's coming out that they've actually changed this. I'm really disappointed by that. I really like this system. However, I trust Ajod. and Pocus and the development team to be able to make a great game. So I was initially quite disappointed when I heard that they changed that, because that is my favorite. This is my favorite feature of this game. This wonderful trading, building economic system. It's so cool. But apparently it's not changed that much. They're trying to simplify it a little bit. But my understanding is that it's an AGOD game. It's not going to be like dumbed down. They don't do dumbed down games. Their games are notoriously complex, which is why I like this one. Okay, what should we do? We could get some culture up with the monument. The monument takes a long time to come up, though. We've also got the charcoal pile. Now, this needs lumber, and it would require us to trade it in. And it produces coal. Now, let me remind myself of whether we need coal anywhere. Let's put the trade overview on. Do we got any missing trade goods for coal? Tar. I think coal was the smokehouse, remember right? I might be wrong. I might be lumber for the smokehouse, actually. Yeah, because it's not coal that you're using for smoking stuff, as it's usually wood. No, okay. That's probably a more efficient way of doing this, by the way. If you go to the ledger, I'm pretty sure there's something to do with the trade. Yeah, here we are. Regions of trade goods, look. So here, these are the regions that we own. Now, you can actually sort them by the factions as well. Or you can sort them by factions. You can filter out other places. So if you want to look at, say, oh, what have the Alani got? Well, there you go. So I'll tell you all the stuff that they've got. This can be like, I haven't played this game myself in a really, really thoughtful way, where I'd go, okay, who do I want to be trading with because they've got X, X, Y, and Z, and that is, if you really, really want to get into the weeds of this game, you want to be kind of playing in the sense of, how do I maximize how great my empire can become? Well, then you can go into the ledger, check out who's got the trade goods you want, figure out who their enemies are, who they like, then start playing the diplomacy game, and try to get cooperation with them and attacking their enemies to make them like you more. Then you can get better trade with them. Then you want to work on things like this, the decisions, like, where are we? Merchant, improve trade efficiency. So this expires in 10 turns. We want to work towards this, by the way. And now we need to have at least 500 money. So we've got to, in 10 turns, we need to save a bunch of money. But I want to do this because increasing trade efficiency is one of the best ways of getting better in the game. Because what we can do is, it gives you the option, I think we saw it earlier, of increasing trade acumen, or you can increase your trade range. Both of them are very, very powerful. Now, which one we would choose would depend on how successful our neighbours are at, what their trade acumen is like, basically. So if we've got better trade acumen, say, than, look, if you look here, the Seleucus has got a trade acumen of 5. So they're going to be getting all of their, or they're going to be selling stuff over hours, basically. So, for example, if the Antigonids wanted to buy something, they're more likely to buy it from the Seleucids than they would be from us. So that hurts our trade, right? We want to be making money from trade if we can. Pontus is definitely a trading nation, as a Hellenic nation. So you might say, okay, well, look, my neighbours have all got trade acumen of 3. Look, so what about, well, apart from wow, Colchis, they got a trade acumen of 7. That's really interesting. So what we could do is we'd be like, right, let's conquer Colchis, take them out of the game. That would drop, that would take out that trade rival. And then we would increase our own trade acumen to 4, which would raise it above Paphlagonia here, above Antigonids, above Armenia. And then we would have more chance of then selling our products to people around us. Now, obviously, if you're at war with everyone around you, that's not going to help much. But this is just what I'm talking about. There's so many cool things you can do with this game. It's really a wonderful, wonderful sandbox. Yes, it is kind of complex, but it's not the sort of game that's so complex that, it's unplayable. Like, I think it's simpler to play than the Paradox games because there's less going on in it, but it's a better game as a result, in my personal opinion. Now other people will disagree with me there. I'm going to start putting some more citizens into culture production just so we can keep ourselves off this decadence table, because we are actually currently conquering provinces. Yeah, I think we do want to move here. I think that's probably, this is an objective. Looks like we got raided by the Alani here as well. This is not going to do well, this place. I wonder if we could trade it to the Alani. Yeah, what could we do? How do we do this again? Sorry, folks. Let me just figure. I've forgotten how you do this. Offer gift. Okay. Question our answers. Quests. Okay. Yeah, we go to transaction instead. Give money. Yeah, Pontus offering. So we want to see the region or a province. Sorry, a region, but it's not letting us. How do we do that then? I guess we can't. Yeah, it's not offering us the ability to do that. It's a transaction and relationships are not high enough. Ah, okay. I see. Okay, I don't want to give them any money. So that's interesting. So yeah, it doesn't just... This is an interesting diplomacy system as well, right? I think that in other games, quite often you can just go, oh, you're going to attack me. All right, I'll tell you what, I'll just give you this province. And then they kind of go away. And often they'll... Because, like, for example, in Total War, if you give someone a province, they're going to love you. Like, immediately, if they hate you, they'll... Unless they really hate you. Generally speaking, giving them a province, they'll be like, oh, you're our friend. It doesn't work like that in this. You can't, you know, they're not going to even allow you to do that unless you build up your relationship with them first, which I think is it's an interesting choice. Okay, right, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. See, you learn something new all the time. I think we're about good to go here. I think I've done everything else for this turn. Okay, we've got Phonacia here. Okay, these guys have entirely gone into building food and sanitation. Yeah, here's where I was before I got distracted. So I think we're going to build a charcoal pile. Now we will spend 6 money here in order to bring the lumber in, but then that lumber will become available until we actually manage to get it ourselves. And it looks like we're going to be getting it from Antagonids. What do Antagonids think of us? They're distant. You're sending a lucrative token of your esteem to Antagonids. Okay, so if you offer a gift, I think it just gives you money. Or I think it's money. Let's see if we can. We'll just do this with the Antagonids anyway. See if we do it with the Alani too. An impressive display of benevolence. You're sending rich presents to Alani. Yeah, this is going to cost us money, by the way. But let's do it. Now we're in an interesting position here as Pontus because once we've got this, if we can somehow get Bosphorus to stop sieging us, there we go. Look, okay, so we have actually risen in the CDR, Culture and Decadence ranking. So yeah, we are in an interesting position as Pontus because we are kind of weak. At the same time, we've got the ability to be very strong. Now that makes us a target, and you will get attacked by these bigger nations if you're not careful. So you've got to kind of, you know, you've got to appease them. And because we've got the ability to make money very, very quickly. Look at this income, by the way. Look how much money we've got here. So something happened this turn. In Alani, a feast has been organised to celebrate the arrival of envoys from Lysimachus of Pontus. These emissaries bring 100 money as a gift to the hosting nation. Right. Okay. So we actually spent 100 gold there. Now, yeah, this is... Look, they're actually... It's saying distant now. Interesting. Okay. Now, it was Scythia that had the designs on us, but the Alani now, look, they actually like us a little bit better. Now, if we go to transaction, okay, we need to get it high enough to 25, okay? So, for example, we could give them some metal. Let's say if we gave them metal, how much? Bargain points. We don't want to give them all of our metal. That's a lot of metal. Let's give them 24. Okay. There we are. So we're going to give the Alani some metal. Now, this might be something that they don't actually get access to very easily. One way you could do this, by the way, would be to look in the ledger. So you could go to the Alani and say, what have they got? They got horses, they got hemp, figs, furs, hemp, wool. Sorry, horses and hemp in hippicae here. Figs, furs, hemp, wool, and honey. They don't have a whole lot of stuff. Now, these could be somebody that, you know, if they wanted to grow, they might want to be trading with us. Okay, emissaries have arrived. Despite some reluctance, Antigonus received an emissary from Lysimachus of Pontus. A gift worth 100 money was then accepted as an appropriate homage. Okay, so that's good. That is... Okay, they've gone up to 17. Negative 17. Knowledge of the land is unsurpassed, Lysimachos. For a small consideration, you could reap great benefits from our expertise. Okay. Yeah, we want to kind of keep these big, scary nations, you know, in control. Looks like the Antigonids are pushing back on the Seleucids, by the way. It's interesting because in many of my games, the Antigonids are often the first to go. And I think they start with bigger decadence, if I remember right. So they often end up in civil wars. And the other Diadochi, is it Diadochi? Anyway, the other Diadochi, they end up stealing provinces, basically, when you have high decadence. When there are events that come up and it's just like, you will just start losing your territory to the other Diadochi. So, yeah, you have to be a little bit careful when you're playing as them. But it also works, I think, with these players too, with the AI. Pontus was raided by Sarmatia, but the defense was easily repelled by the defenders. That would have been here, look. Okay, old beer. 2 turns, by the way, until we get this theatre up. That's really, really good. Yeah, look, we can actually keep it at 2 turns. We don't want to mess with this too much. Let's keep it at 2 turns. Oh, I see what was going there. There we are. So we're switching the Hellenic, the citizens for the Germanic ones, and some of them are more productive than others because of their ethnicity, happiness, loyalty, that kind of stuff. Okay, so 2 turns till we get the theatre out. That will start converting this population. If we can hold on to this, this would be really nice. Regional decision has been removed randomly. Yeah, I'm not really bothered about that. I don't really have the money to spend on a lot of these. You've received a new regional decision, implant trade settlement. Okay, so we've got another one of these options to take one of these places as a trade settlement. Now, we've got quite a lot of money here, but if you remember, we're aiming for 500, because at 500, then we can play that trading, card, or that trading decision. Now, improving either trade acumen or distance would be good. 1, 2, 3 gets us about as far as Byzantion here, right? But if you had 1, 2, 3, 4... you could get this far, so you'd be reaching, some of these locations here. 1, 2. So I'm talking about trade range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I wonder if acumen might be better for us early on. Anyway, we'll come to that decision later. What's this? I think this is saying we're under blockade here. To be affecting us. Oh yeah, blockaded. The harbour of the region is blockaded and won't provide any production or siege resist bonus. Okay. Yeah, they're not going to be able to stick around with this for long though. They got 33 combat power. We've got 28. Might be worth attacking them just to get them off our back. We probably won't lose. Probably won't win. Oh, their effectiveness is down though. Let's try it. See if we can dislodge those guys. Oh, looks like they moved their forces too. Okay. Now we have got siege cards. There's siege decisions we can play. So where are we? Art of Siege. You've played Art of Siege in Phanagoria. It's cost will be just deducted once it triggers. Okay. I didn't even check how much that costs. It's not going to be a whole lot, I don't think. So... oh, Pontus breached the walls. Ah, we actually breached this one. Last turn. Okay, never mind. Let's just keep this. We'll just keep it on this. This is the one we want to go for anyway. Maybe if we just stuck around here. It said it was going to take a long time if you looked at the tooltips. They don't manage to inflict any categories. And then, yeah. So we actually breached... we actually breached their walls. So that's a shame. We could have taken that. Never mind. Let's just keep here. It could take a while, but... doesn't matter. We'll play that card and see how that works. Let's see if anywhere else is built anything. Yeah. New population here. Okay, let's not put them into money. Let's put them into infrastructure. Okay, this isn't a bad province actually here. Azabitis. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the regional decisions. Bolster Colony is a good one. Oh, we can actually play it here, look. Now, they'll receive 2 population points, a palisade, a shepherd house, and 2 skirmishers. We could also put one here too. We were thinking about giving that back to maybe potentially to the Alani. Let's take this one. Now this one is one that we want to hang on to. So let's take that one. So we play Boost Colony as well. All right. Federate Barbarians, motivate troops. Could play motivate troops on that. Hang on a sec. All units in the region with at least 1 experience will get 1+1 attack +1 defense the next turn. Does this work on generals? No, it looks like it's only going to work in... Yeah, it looks like it only works in ground troops. Interesting. We can also prospect for resources. Right, I'm not going to spend any more money. So I think we're going to end the turn there, folks. And by the way, the game plays very differently if you play a big, one of the big nations. Okay, here's a battle. So Bosphorus is combat power 23 against Pontus 28. Now they've got more units than us. And the frontage is 16. So this is not great for us, in all honesty. However, let's see what happens. Alright, we came out worse there from the initial engagement. Oh, okay, we won that one. We lost that one there. Lost that one. We lost that one. We lost that one. We lost that one. Uh-oh. It's not looking good, guys. Okay, so they actually destroyed our fleet. Farewell to the Pontus pirate fleet. Did push them off us, though. That's great. That means we can start building some more ships. So we sacrificed our fleet, but we managed to get them off. And it'll be interesting to see. They might have actually just moved back anyway. There we go. So yeah, we've moved slightly down in the decadence ranking again, but we are keeping off the danger line. Okay, so emergency levy, receive extra troops in your capital. Yeah, we don't want that one. Pontus was raided by Scythia, but we beat the defenders. That would have been here. Olbia saw an invasion. The local forces crushed the invaders. Okay, so we're fighting off these invaders here, but they're being quite persistent. We've also got suppress unrest. Oh, okay, we've made a breach in the city walls. Pontus managed to destroy 3 amphoria of food within the city with catapult bombardments. Okay, we have breached the walls. If we stay here for a few more turns, we are going to continue doing more damage. So we'll keep it like this. We'll just keep those guys there. Meanwhile, okay, we've completed the wheelmaker in Amnias. So, got 9 infrastructure. Yeah, we're having to put a lot of people into culture at the moment because we're at war. Now, sanitation might be an idea. That's going to give us 8 health at the expense of 2 infrastructure, but it gives us a basic sewage bonus as well. Now, charcoal pile needs lumber trading required. Yeah, we're already building one of those. But the training ground, this gives you... It unlocks armoured hoplite. I think we've already got that. If I remember right. Yes, we can already build the armoured hoplite, so we're not worried about that. We did actually lose some trying to send some over this way. Let's get some boats up. We can actually build the big warships, look. Now, these are expensive. They cost 3 upkeep, which isn't that much, actually. Oh, no, it's 6 upkeep, 3 manpower and 1 metal. Okay, it's going to be the manpower, probably, that this is going to be kind of expensive. Now, you don't need a lot of these, because you can also use the light warships, too. But let's get... I mean, if we get a line of these up... That's going to be 369. And then we'll get some of the light ones up to bolster those. 2, 3, 4. They're only costing 20, the little ones. These cost 30. Let's just get the bigger warships up then. They're not that much more expensive. Oh, now. Equipment's going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, let's get 5 of those up, look. Yeah, that looks good. Remember, it's better to have a full frontage. So if you're finding that you're running out, you might be better off. If you're running out of cash. Sorry, you might actually be better off having, less of the good ships, but at least enough that you can cover the full frontage. You saw what kind of went wrong in that last one. So let's get some of these warships up anyway while we can afford them. These are going to be expensive, but we'll use those to defeat Bosphorus's fleet. Yeah, they've actually returned to port, look. I think that's what that's saying. Yeah, they've actually returned to port. So I think if we get a small fleet up, we do want to be able to keep this. So whatever we do, I don't want to be losing troops like I did last time, you know, by not escorting them. So let's get a fleet up. I think we need a fleet more than we need troops, in all honesty. We can just siege these guys out. We're not in a hurry. Okay, meanwhile, yeah, Amnias, what are we going to build then? We've got the furnace here, which will give us money and metal. Fortune teller is going to give us loyalty. The cultural building. We got loads of ranches, I think. At least I thought I had. Yeah, we got a ranch here. Oh no, that's a farm. Hang on. Yeah, we got a ranch here in Farnacia. That's expensive just for 2 infrastructure. Let's re-roll this one, I think. Anywhere else built? No. Okay, looking good. So, yeah, let's just roll the turn. And I think with that, folks, I'm going to end the turn. Unless there's going to be any battles to watch. I'm going to end the episode, I should say. I was going to watch this turn process out, see if there's anything to do. Okay, we're rising up in the CDR. We're currently at rank 38. So we just raised up ever so slightly. We're currently at rank 25 in the legacy points, which is not too bad luck. I mean, you know, out of what's that, about 80. So, yeah, we're not doing too badly. We're only a couple of points behind Sparta. I don't think Sparta often do so well in this game. We're certainly above... We're above some of our rivals like Scythia, for example. Alania are actually at number 10. They're doing really well. Okay, Alania and Pontus have signed a trade deal. Okay, there we go. So we gave them a bunch of metal, essentially. So let's have a look. Okay, so they're going to be less, you know, a bit more reluctant to attack us, I think. Okay, folks, I'm actually going to end the episode here anyway, before we go on too long. So I hope you enjoyed the series still. Sorry about the delay in the episodes. I'll try and get them out a little bit more regularly. I have got some stuff coming up that I'm going to share with you at some point, and then you'll see why I've been busy. But anyway, I will catch you next time. Take care.